going on, everyone? And welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday, and continuing my trend of following the Expendable stars for the past several weeks. This week, I'm looking at a Stallone movie. Yeah, might as well look at the guy that kind of brought the Expendables together. So, after much thought, I decided to look at this one called Cobra from the mid '80s. So, if I come on. I'm familiar with Rocky, I'm familiar with Rambo, but this one I feel like doesn't get a lot of love and recognition that it deserves. And I see why, okay? But hell, if you've not seen this movie, boy, are you in for a treat. And here's something interesting that I found out about Cobra going into this. Did you know that the plot of this movie was originally going to be written for Beverly Hills Cop? Yeah. Unfortunately, since Bruckheimer and Stallone, which we are not, Stallone was considered play the role of Axel Foley, but then, of course, he had fallen out with them because clash of differences of creative differences, that kind of thing. Sorry about that. Thought it's a little dry. But anyway, so yeah, essentially, because of that, this is essentially like another version of Beverly Hills Cop, but essentially it's like a little darker and a lot more crazier. And for those of you that have not seen Cobra, I'll tell you a bit about the plot. So anyway, so someone plays a guy named Cobretti, or short for Cobra. Essentially, he's like a no-nonsense cop, and what his thing is that he's trying to solve a string of murders, or called the Night Slasher or Night Stalker. It's one of those names. Supposedly, it's a guy, or essentially a group. Spoiler, that goes after and just unprovoked killings on innocents. They're killing them with axes. Jesus Christ, this is some really dark shit. And like somehow one night a murder goes awry. Somehow there's a witness played by Bridget Nielsen. Yeah, one of Stallone's wives, if you did not know. So I think this is like their second collaboration on a movie together. First being Rocky IV. You guys didn't know. But anyway, I digress. So somehow he's got to protect her from, getting killed kind of thing because, hey, we've no witnesses kind of thing. And it just goes on this crazy, dark, crazy roller coaster. And like, you can just sense the terror in this. Like, I felt like there were some elements in this that felt more like borderline horror. In fact, there's a scene where, I don't want to give too much away, where Bridget Nielsen's character, she's trapped in her hospital like bathroom because somehow she gets hurt. She has like an anxiety attack or something like that. So she's hospitalized, and somehow the one of the villains somehow tries to go after her, and he's trying to break into the room with a freaking knife. It's kind of scary, and like the music for the scene just really puts it into perspective. It's like, my God. Clearly, I think they were taking inspiration from Halloween. Just saying. But anyway, what else did I like about this movie? Let's see, Stallone, like, badass and everything. Even though sometimes, you could tell some of his acting, like, could need some work. Bridget Nielsen, not so much, but my goodness, the car chase. There's a great car chase. There's a climactic fight and a couple of good ones, and a crazy over the top death, which I don't want to give away. You gotta see it for yourself. It's some crazy stuff, and my goodness, like if you just look at all these different elements and the set piece, you can clearly tell this was definitely something that you expect for like Beverly Hills Cop. And what's even funnier is that in the Beverly Hills Cop sequel, Bridget Nielsen plays one of the villains, and there's a poster of Cobra in Billy Rosewood's bedroom. Yeah, you guys remember that scene? It's crazy to think about. So it's like, between these movies and Cobra, there's definitely a connection. So, yeah, crazy to think about that. But anyway, if you have not seen this, go find it, okay? And if you can. But I found it on this, a double disc action set with Tango and Cash, possible future review. But anyway, if I'm going to give Cobra a score, I'm going to give Cobra maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it's not perfect. You can tell like there's some dark elements. Not to mention, like I said, I felt like Stallone's acting was like middle of the road, whereas Bridget Nielsen's acting was kind of yeah. But everything else plays out to perfection. It's just some great fun. It's a hidden gem of the 80s. I think everyone should give it a watch, okay? Just to see Stallone kick some major freaking ass. All right? So that does for tonight. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome videos.